Hey everyone, today was the first release of the inflation reports that would determine the 2023 cost of living adjustment for Social Security. And as I expected, inflation went down, but not as much as it could have. So today, I'm going to take a few minutes and dissect this a little and tell you why this report was lower than the last 3 months and what we can expect in the next 2 months as the cost of living adjustment starts to take shape. So real quick though, before we jump in, I want to tell you about my brand new online workshop that I just released. This is the new version of the How to Choose the Right Time to File for Social Security workshop. And in this, I'll help simplify the rules so you can use them to your advantage and get every dollar in benefits you deserve. I'll talk about the 9 factors to consider before you file for benefits and how to coordinate your Social Security filing decision with your other assets and income for a tax-efficient distribution strategy. One thing is for sure, there's no such thing as a one-size-fits-all strategy. And before you get too far down the road of planning your retirement, you need to carve out an hour of your time and watch this workshop. There's absolutely no charge for it, and I'm going to put a link down below where you can join us in the next session. So last month, there was a lot of talk about the potential for an 11% cost of living adjustment in 2023. After it dominated the headlines for a day or so, I released a video where I said this. So I hate to be the wet blanket here, but some of the 2023 cost of living projections are getting out of hand, at least based on the information we know now. Later on in this video, I said that based on what we know at this point in time, an 11% cost of living adjustment was probably just wishful thinking, because even then, it appeared that inflation was starting to moderate, and with it, the possibility of a double-digit increase to Social Security. And now with this latest inflation report that was released today, my thoughts then seem to be confirmed. So why is this? Well, some are going to think this is a conspiracy of some sort. I know it seems that it is an odd time for inflation to come down because, keep in mind, only the months of July, August, and September are counted. So this 9.1% increase announced today is the first of the 3 months that'll be used for next year's cost of living adjustment. But there's actually something else at work here, and that's the price of oil. Since oil prices peaked back in June, they've come down 23%. And let me tell you, the price of oil has some far-reaching tentacles into other areas of the economy. If oil prices come down, the cost of electricity comes down. The cost of diesel comes down, which lowers the cost to not only produce food, but to transport food and all the other stuff we buy. And one of the biggest impacts is lower gas prices. Since gas prices peaked on June 13th, they've come down 20%. The short story is there's not too many pieces of the inflation puzzle that the price of oil doesn't impact. And not too long ago, Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell said that as a rule of thumb, every $10 per barrel increase in the price of crude oil raises inflation by 0.2%. So the inverse has to be somewhat true as well. And since mid-June, the price of oil has come down $31 per barrel. And keep in mind that today's inflation report is for July, so it does not reflect the 6% drop in oil since the 1st of August. If that trend continues, the August number that will be reported in September may be even lower than this month. At that point, we'll have 2 out of the 3 months data we need to know what that 2023 increase will be. And until then, there's just no good way to know what inflation will do. But I do think that we can safely predict that we probably won't be seeing a double-digit increase to benefits in 2023. But one thing is for sure, as these inflation reports continue to come out, I'll be right here letting you know what to expect. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe so you won't miss anything. Oh, and don't forget, check out my new online workshop, and I'll link that up below. Thanks for watching.